Hey everyone. I wanted to talk about how this year has gone and everything that has happened with the channel and my life and everything. And this video is probably going to be sort of rambly because I don't really, I don't make scripts or anything. So, if you're not interested in hearing me ramble, you don't have to watch the video, but I appreciate you clicking on the video anyways. But if you are here to listen to me talk, then I'll just be going over like some stuff that happened throughout the year and stuff in my personal life and on the channel. So the first thing is that let's start in January. In January, I was still in Job Corps, and I don't think I've properly explained what Job Corps is, but it's basically trade school where I go there and I have to learn how to be good at a certain job or something. So they like have certain like job things that you can learn about there and practice with, and you spend like 1 or 2 or sometimes 3 years there. So far I've been part of it for uh, I'd say it was since I don't actually know. It's been like a year and a half, I think. I don't remember exactly. But basically, I Job Corps in January wasn't really. I mean, it was okay in January of this year. But I could tell that like something like the staff were getting a little more strict and things were going a little bit more downhill, and that really started to show in February, to where like we started getting a bunch of stuff revoked, like a bunch of our privileges and stuff, and basically it started feeling like the best jail in the world, basically. Yeah, it felt like it felt like jail, except you had a lot more freedom, I guess. But um, then March came around, and I was there for the first half of March, and the first half of March was terrible. It was one of the worst times of this year for me, at least. Um, that's when the center started getting like really bad, to where everyone started becoming super angry at the staff there and everything, and how everything was being managed. Job Corps is not really a good place. I mean, there is some good staff there. Like most of the staff are good, but there's like a third of the staff there are not very good at all. Um, so I did not like being there, but I was going to go through with it, and I was going to deal with all the problems that it had, and then all of a sudden, like the last week that I was there, I was in KP, which is Kitchen Patrol, which is basically um, for like a week, uh, students are randomly, like a few students, like 5 or 6 students, are randomly chosen to be part of KP for a week, and so you have to clean the entire kitchen and dining room every single day for 12 and a half hours a day. It's awful. It's not so bad the first 2 days, but then after 2 days you realize, oh, I still have 5 more days to go. And then it just gets slower and slower as the week goes, and then it feels like the week is never going to end, and then it eventually did. But I by the but as in like the fourth day of being in KP, they announced that tomorrow we'll be heading home because of COVID and everything. So yeah, so basically our KP day got cut short by like a few hours. I think I was in there for like 8 hours or so, and it was like 2 in the afternoon or something, and we went back to the dorms, and we had to start packing and cleaning everything and getting it all ready for us to go home and everything. So that was a pain. We were doing that until like 12 at night. So it took um like almost 10 hours just to pack everything, clean the entire dorm and every single room, and it was like nonstop. Even we couldn't really get much of a break. It wasn't that bad. It's just that we couldn't get a break throughout the whole time, so we were just nonstop cleaning for 8 to 10 hours or whatever it was. I don't remember. But then we were getting everything ready to go home, so we left and I don't remember. I think it was like I think for me it was 6 in the morning or something like that. I don't know. And it takes like a 4 hours for us to get from Job Corps to Nashville. And and so it was a long bus ride. I had to take two buses. Um, and it was not fun. And that whole entire time I was having like heartburn issues, like super bad heartburn issues the entire time. So that just made it a whole lot worse. And yeah. So the second half of March, though, I was really happy because I was finally back home with my family and everything. Um, but then uh, April came around, and that's when we started having to do an online learning thing. Like it's every day, I have to every weekday I have to either um, do like we have this thing called LMS, which is um, basically it's like my trade, but it's a bunch of like reading and questions and stuff online, and that's not very fun, but it doesn't last very long every day. I only have to do like 2 or 3 hours of work every day, and that's it. So it's a lot better than Job Corps just being there. But at the same time, I actually prefer to doing a lot of the physical work at Job Corps than I do at home. I don't like doing the LMS because I don't feel like I'm learning anything. I feel like I'm just meeting a status quo. Is that the right word? I don't know, but basically it just feels like something that I just have to do and get it done and over with. And I don't feel like I actually learned anything from it or learned any skill from it because I'm not doing anything physically. I can't just read a whole thing and be like, oh, I can suddenly do that now. That's not how it works. Um, it's it's not fun. And then other weeks, like every other week, I have to do like a bunch of like academic stuff. Like I have to do a bunch of math and stuff, or it's usually math. And I don't know. I don't like doing any of it, but I've been having to do it for most of the year, like 8 or 9 months now. Um, and but April. Other than that, like April was okay. I also just remember being really lonely throughout that month, like, because we were having to get used to staying at home all the time because of the pandemic and everything, and it sucked. It sucked being stuck at home constantly, but uh, I eventually got used to it after like 3 months or so. um, I have to say though, probably like the worst time of the year mentally was throughout the summer, June and July. Well, it actually hold on, before I get to that, I accidentally skipped to May. May was actually a pretty good month, I think. Like it started out bad in April, and then everything just sort of got a little better in May. I started getting used to being at home, but then June comes around, and all of a sudden, like I go back to being lonely and stuck because of being stuck at home all the time. Except it seemed like I don't know. I can't really get into too much personal stuff. Like I can talk about myself, but I can't talk about like other people and stuff that are involved. So I can't talk about that. But um I don't know. Just take my word for it that it wasn't really uh, a great time of the year at all. And July, I think it might have been June or July. I don't remember. This year's been sort of crazy, but I was really depressed because of all the police brutality stuff that was happening everywhere. It was awful. It just made the world seem terrible at the time. But um, August came around, and my birthday is that month, and August was fine. It probably wouldn't. It probably would have been better if I didn't. The entire month I was hyping up my birthday. Um, because my birthday's at the very end of the month. Um, so the entire month I was excited for my birthday, and then I overhyped it. Which, if you ever overhype anything, that usually leads to disappointment. So I was. Um, I was slightly disappointed by my birthday, but it was I realized afterward that I shouldn't have expected more than I mean I should have expected like you know it to be not as exciting as I thought it would be. Like I guess I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say. But it was still a good birthday. I think I don't remember a whole lot from it. Um, but and September through November were sort of a blur to me. The only things I remember through that is, oh yeah, I forgot about the whole Ratchet and Clank announcement. So, in I think July or June, I think it was July, the new Ratchet and Clank game got announced. That's coming in like March or April or something of 2021, and I was so incredibly happy about that. I was happy about that for like a week straight, just thinking about all the different possibilities. And it only got better in August because right on my birthday, on the 27th of August, we got an extended demo like trailer of the new Ratchet and Clank game. It was sort of like a birthday gift from Sony, so and Insomniac. So I was super happy about that. But pretty much September through November was me just focusing on like the PS5, I guess, up until launch. Just like trying to learn a bunch of information about the PS5. Um, that was pretty much it. That's all I really remember. I remember Halloween wasn't as good as I expected it. Kind of like my birthday, I expected it to be a little better. Again, I end up I have a habit of overhyping things in my head because I always like get too high of expectations and then my expectations aren't met. So I end up being disappointed by it. I have a bad habit of that. um, but I just have high hopes for a lot of things. I'm very hopeful of everything being positive. I try to be optimistic about everything and hope that things will be better than I expect or whatever. But anyways, so this past month though, aside from being sort of sick, I was like pretty bad like a week ago or two. No, not a week ago. It was like 2 weeks ago. I was pretty bad like 2 weeks ago, sick wise. But other than that, like the month has been pretty great. Probably I don't know, probably the best month of the year. This right now is some of the happiest I've been in the past like 6 months or so. Like aside from the Ratchet and Clank announcement, like the past 6 months haven't been that great, honestly. But and that's nobody else's fault except the pandemics. It's just being stuck at home all the time and the pandemic causing a lot of like financial issues everywhere. So it hasn't been fun for everyone, and I'm sorry if you have been having any like issues with that as well, or your family or friends or anything. If you've been having issues with the pandemic or financial issues, I'm sorry about that. We're all we're all having to deal with it, and it's not fun at all. Um, but I hope your guys' Christmas was good and everything. If you celebrate Christmas, um, like I've been super happy recently. Like I don't know. I had a good Christmas and everything, and being home with my parents and everything. So it's been good. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I also wanted to mention how the channel has been. Um, like this whole year, uh, I don't want to sound like egotistical or anything. I don't mean to come across like that, but um, I've noticed like the quality of my videos ever since like 250 subscribers. Um, like the quality of my videos, I think I've gotten a lot better at making videos. There are some ones that there is some videos that I feel like I could have put a little more effort into. Um, like just yesterday, everyone seemed to like the video I posted yesterday. I'm really happy about that. I'm glad you guys all enjoyed that video. But I wanted to add like a lot more different effects to it and stuff. I just was having some trouble figuring it out, and I was getting impatient, so I sort of took the lazy way out, I guess. But you guys seemed to like it, so I'm happy about that at least. Um, I was a little embarrassed to post the song, or the yeah, because there's some like embarrassing lyrics in it, but it's one of those like guilty pleasure things. Like you wouldn't want to like publicly listen to it, but you still love it, and you like I listen to it like every single day, basically, almost every day. Anyways, I'm rambling. I wanted to say thank you so much for like supporting my channel and everything. Like you guys have been amazing this year. Ever like especially ever since we reached 250 subscribers. Like, um, I think we're at like 370 something, 374 I think right now. So over 120 more subscribers since 250 subscribers. That is insane to me. I don't think I've gotten that many new visitors to the channel, and ever since I started the channel, and since my previous channel before this channel started. Like that's crazy. Thank you guys so much for all of that. I'm really appreciative of it. And that's about all I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry that I've been rambling for like 20 minutes now. Now I'll try to like cut down some of the video, or I'll usually I like to speed up the video a little bit just so just so you guys don't have to wait through so much of me talking and rambling. But that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in 2021. Bye everyone. See ya.